AHCIW. Stands for Associate Head Coach, the head coach in waiting at San Diego State. Aztecs are off the practice court. Brian Dutcher good enough to give us a couple of minutes before they depart for the afternoon. Dutch, good to talk to you.
Darren, it's great to be with you. And here we are in the Honda Center, and it brings back good memories. Last two times we were in here, a victory over Marquette, victory over UCLA.
Right, it's kind of like Viejas Arena North.
That's what we're hoping. We're hoping to fill this up with Aztec fans, and I know Arizona kind of felt the whole year they were going to be a number one seed West, so I'm sure they've snatched up a lot of the tickets, but it's going to be a great environment.
You know, it is funny that you say that because I remember going to one of your games and speaking to somebody who's in the know, Dutch, and they were suggesting at that time, it was like January. They're like, yeah, Arizona's going to be out here. They're going to play at Viejas as the one, and then they're going to be up. And like, it's amazing how much of this stuff that people had a sense of where everybody was going to go. Arizona, and people were already talking about you guys going to Spokane in the middle of the year.
Absolutely, and like I said, I love that conversation. Because Darren, 3 of the last 5 years they sent us East Coast, 3 time zones away. So our goal all year was to play well enough to get a high seed and be able to stay out west. With this in mind, that we could get to Anaheim, just a little over an hour from home, and that we could fill this building with Aztec fans to take any advantage we can to put ourselves in a position to advance to the Elite Eight.
Well, based on last week's conversation, Dutch, I'm guessing that you probably were doing the advanced research on Gonzaga, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we wanted, no, they probably put me on Arizona because they wanted to play Gonzaga. I don't know. Whoever I get a scout, we never play. But
that's what I was going to say. Last week you told us whoever you're assigned advanced scouting for, that team ends up getting eliminated. So that's why I said it would make sense that
I had Gonzaga because we're playing Arizona. Exactly. Yeah. Well, usually with this one, because we had we had already advanced and we're waiting to see who we played. We both all jumped in on the first opponent. And now, starting today, we'll split Baylor and Wisconsin and start doing advanced work for them.
How much fun are you having?
I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, the bottom line is, are the kids having fun? And I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of these. Way back when I was a grad assistant at Illinois, I went to a Sweet 16 and an Elite 8 when I was just barely out of college. And so I don't want to say it's old hat, but they're always fun for me. But it's the first time for some of these kids, and that's what makes it so special.
Yeah, how do you know? I mean, you have a really good sense of what your team's all about. Can you tell when a team is pressing, when a team's a little bit nervous? Even on this emotionally flatline team, those are your words that you used for this last week. Does it seem to me like they're having a lot of fun through this?
Yeah, I thought a lot about when I said emotionally flatline. They're kids and they're excited to be here. But the best thing about them is they don't go through the emotional highs and lows.
Right.
So I shouldn't say as much flatline. I should say quiet resolve. I think that sounds better than flatline. They have a quiet resolve. So you don't see us over-celebrating a victory even to get here, or when we suffered some tough defeats this year, drop into a state of depression. This team has always had a quiet resolve to focus on the task at hand and to prepare ourselves to get another win. And that's what we've done. We've prepared ourselves for another win. The team's enjoying this ride. They're having a lot of fun in the process. But when you cut through it all, they're preparing to win a basketball game.
Talking to Brian Dutcher at San Diego Sports Leader, the Mighty 1090. How much do you guys have to change heading into this game now?
Well, hopefully you don't change a lot at all because you're here for a reason, because you're good at what you do. And so defense has been the key to us all season. And the number one defensive goal to me is to keep them out of transition. But that is something that translates to our offense. They're all interrelated. So if we don't turn the ball over, they'll have a tough time running us. Gonzaga turned the ball over too much. They let them get out on the run, and all of a sudden Arizona scores 80 points. We want to keep it the way we play. We want to take care of the ball on offense. So whether we score or not, they're not running out on us. And if we can keep it a half-court game, it'll remain competitive throughout with us having a chance to win at the end.
But you guys don't turn the ball over. I mean, nationally all season long, you were 20th in that department. Through the tournament, you're like 8th. So that's really never been a problem for you guys anyway. What do they do that creates those kind of turnovers? I mean, what are they so good at that they have the ability to turn teams over?
They are just like us. They are long. They are athletic. They make it hard to get to the rim, and they get a lot of deflections. They are almost a mirror image of us defensively. So we'll be playing ourselves at the defensive end. So we've got to make sure we do a good job not forcing the issue, not putting it in places it can't go, not driving it into congestion. They pack the paint. You know, their defense is set up on making 2 efforts. So they're going to be sagged off, pack the paint, try to dissuade X and Winston and JJ and some of our penetrators from getting in there. And then when we kick out to our shooters, they're going to fly at them. So they're very hard to score on, just like we are. And so if two good defensive teams can impose their will, it'll be a low-scoring game.
All right, Dutch, you've always been very good and very honest with us on this show. Let me ask you a question here. Did anybody in your athletic department, has anybody on the coaching staff or any of the players, did anybody catch wind that the Arizona official website was selling Elite Eight shirts? Has that become an issue or a topic amongst you guys at all?
The first I've heard it is today.
Not so right now, though, right?
Right now is the first I've heard from you that they're selling Elite Eight T-shirts. So.
I don't believe that.
Honest to goodness, Aaron. I've never heard that.
Well,
first
they were. They took them down.
They took them down?
Yeah.
Well, they must figure we're going to be there then if they took them down.
Oh, so are you saying that the San Diego State website, they should start selling them?
I have nothing to do with T-shirts. I hear that your radio station is promoting a blackout, though. Is that correct?
I've heard that as well. Nobody brought me into that meeting, so I'm guessing that that's the case. Does that mean that you're going to be – did you pack your black suit?
The only thing I will talk about T-shirts is we will endorse black ones if that's what everyone's going to wear. But other than what it says on them is I'll leave that to the Aztec fans.
Okay, so you're telling me here, Dutch, that somebody who's always looking through other teams' newspapers and websites and things like that at no point yesterday nobody brought this up that they were selling Elite Eight shirts.
Absolutely never came up, I promise you.
Oh,
the only thing I look at newspapers for is to hope maybe someone on the other team sprained an ankle in practice. I'm less concerned with T-shirts than I am the health of the other team.
Well, you better get Mike May on that then.
Yeah, I'm going to get Mike May on that. He knows everything, so I'll put him on that, and we will find out.
Well, why is tomorrow night going to be different than the first game that you guys played?
Because we're going to win, I hope. So, I mean, it's two really good teams. They're like we talked last week, and I said all that are left are good teams, and that's true. All that are left are good teams. And so you've just got to play a little bit better than your opponent. And both teams know each other. We know what our strengths are. They know what our strengths are. We know each other's weaknesses, and we will try to exploit those to the best of our abilities. But it's March, and it's when big players have to make big plays. So I'd imagine for us to be good, Xavier's going to have to play exceptionally well. He's going to have to play his best on the biggest stage. I think everybody knows that. And for them, it's going to be Nick Johnson and Aaron Gordon and whoever steps up. So someone's going to step up and make big plays at timely moments. That's how you win in March. And so as much as it is coaching, players play the game. Players put yourself in a position to either win or lose. And so not to throw it all on them, we will have them prepared. But it's that shining moment. Who's going to have the shining moment?
Coach Fisher the other day alluded to a secret weapon on offense. I know it's a secret weapon, so you're not going to tell us about it. How much time are you spending, though, on the secret weapon?
I told the guys yesterday we were leaving town. Someone asked me, what about the secret weapon? I said, well, as soon as Coach Fisher tells me, I'll tell you. I don't know what the secret weapon is.
So it's such a secret that he's not even telling the AHC, the HCIW.
No, it must be such a secret. He's waiting to divulge it at the very last minute so no one lets it out early. So we will be waiting to see what that secret weapon is. Maybe it's giving to the ball to X like 6 more times than we normally give it to.
Yeah. Well, no, X is standing right there next to you, isn't
He's standing here next to you. That's why I said it.
Oh, really?
I call him Skittles. X. We'll give you something new that you never knew. X eats Skittles before every game. Not that we're promoting Skittles or we're getting any money from Skittles. X is a Skittles eater. So whatever the flavor is, I'm not sure. But X likes to have a little sugar before the game, and it's usually in the form of Skittles.
Now, Skittles, that's like the running back there from the Seattle Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch, right?
Well, if that's the case, I hope we have the same success as the Seahawks.
Is that true, X? Or is this a page out of the Seattle Seahawks playbook?
No, actually, I've been doing it since high school, and then I've been doing it the whole time. Somebody playing basketball, eating Skittles or Gush.
All right, so Skittles, that's the secret to victory? That's the secret to becoming the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year? Where'd we go? Did we lose everybody? I still hear basketballs bouncing in the background. I don't know what happened. Skittles. There you go. Dutcher just... Oh, there you go. We can be back with you, X?
Yeah, we back.
Okay. So where did that start, in high school?
High school. Eating Skittles before every game. So
I guess it's worked out for you.
Yeah, it has. So hopefully we can have the same success as Marshawn Lynch and those guys.
Yeah, I would say so. What's it like for you getting set for this Arizona team here? I mean, do you have to look at a bunch of film here, or we get so much exposure to Arizona, you've already seen them. You kind of know what they're all about, don't you?
A little bit, but, we still got to watch film and prepare for them because, they're a great team. They're a different team from when we played them the first time. So we just got to come out and be ready to play and play hard.
What's the rest of the day going to be like for you here tonight? I mean, it's, I was saying this earlier. You kind of have a half a sense here, Xavier. And we're talking with Xavier Thames, by the way, who has been given the headset from Brian Dutcher. What's this next night, the next 24 hours going to be like for you, just getting set for this game? Anything different about preparing for tomorrow versus all the other games?
No, nothing different. Just get my rest. Talk to my family. Talk to a few friends, and just relax. Watch a few games that's on TV. The Heat and Pacers play tonight, so we'll probably watch that, and then we'll go eat and watch film and just rest up and get ready for tomorrow. Nothing new. Just same old, same old.
So you'll be watching Heat Pacers tonight. Who do you like there?
Man, I don't know. I think the Pacers might get him, but I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm going to have to go with LeBron. But I think the Pacers might get him because it's in Indiana, so I'm going to go with the Pacers.
You watch a ton of NBA. Would I find you watching more basketball professionally or college basketball during the year?
I watch both. Whatever's on TV. If it's basketball, I'm going to watch it. So I watch both.
So, Heat, did you watch Lakers-Knicks last night in the hotel?
I sure did. I sure did. I saw the Lakers, kind of handed to them pretty good last night.
You think that third quarter, was that pretty good?
Yeah, that was pretty good. They've been struggling all year. I've been giving all the guys on the team that's Laker fans a hard time all year. But, they got that win last night.
Hey, as a player, X, what's it like to look at Arizona? We just had Dutch on, and he says it looks like our team's looking in the mirror. Is that the way it looks from your standpoint?
A little bit. We're both defensive teams. We pride ourselves on defense. We get out in transition and run and try to get easy buckets. So I do kind of see a little similarity to both teams. So, like I said, it's going to be a great game and a hard-fought game.
How good defensively are their two guards?
Oh, they're really good. McConnell's a great defender as long as Nick Johnson as well. So they're both good. T.J. McConnell has very quick hands. He got me a few times in the first game, so I got to watch out for that. But they're very good defensively.
I think also one of the great subplots to this game, Xavier, is that you are the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year, and Johnson is the Pac-12 Player of the Year. I don't know that matters all that much going into tomorrow night, but it is a little bit of bragging rights when you have two conference players of the year like that going head-to-head.
Yeah, it's a neat thing, us being conference player of the years, but we didn't get there because just us. It's been our team. His team is playing well, and my team is playing well. So it's not just us. It's a team game, and I think he feels the same way about that.
Last thing before we let you go, Brian Dutcher doesn't know what the secret weapon is that Steve Fisher was talking about the other day. Are you privy to that? Do you know what the secret weapon is?
I know what it is, but I can't tell you guys.
And you can't even tell Brian Dutcher, or was he lying to us?
I can't tell Coach Dutcher either. Only me and Coach Fish and a few other guys know.
So he's telling you, but he's not telling his associate head coach.
Yes, sir.
So why does Dutch have a bad reputation?
Yeah, he might. Dutch might run his mouth a little. So I think Coach Fish wanted to keep it a secret. So he told me.
Dutch can't take a secret, right? Because he's on the radio once a week.
Exactly.
So who knows the secret besides you and Coach Fisher?
I think Dwayne does and AQ.
Oh, maybe that's a little bit of a tip there. Maybe AQ is the secret weapon.
I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. So you
How
guys
does-
gotta wait and see.
Maybe you've already said too much. All right, buddy. We know you got to go. Thank you, Xavier. Have fun.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Xavier Thames stopping by, the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year.